I just want some milk before we continue.
I got him on that one. Hi everyone, and welcome back once again to the next instalment of JDP's Question, Wings and Things. The next, let's say, victim that we've got on board today is a chap by the name of Roelof Steyn. Roelof, lovely to see you again, mate. We've known each other for a good few years now, haven't we, mate? And we've just always kept in touch across the years.
It's been about 7 years.
It has, yeah, and this one's in a bit more of a unique environment or setting, but it's one that you're relatively familiar with, having watched the previous casts of this. You're South African, so I expect you can give it a bit of a nudge now and again as well.
We'll see.
We'll see. Grab your first wing, mate, and we'll go for it. So the question for you I've got, here's a nice little warm-up question as well, mate. It's, what was the single best piece of advice either of your parents have given to you along the way? You know, one that's stuck, one that you've actually kind of lived by and continued with as well.
I cannot say there's any specific piece of advice. I can do whatever I like. World is my oyster.
Quite cool.
Whatever I want to be.
As every good bloody parent should as well.
Yeah.
I think I recall it was my mum gave me two bits. One was, I know this isn't all about me, by the way, but the first bit was always treat people how you'd want to be treated yourself. And the second one, she grabbed my little chubby chops one day and said to me when I was about 13, "You're going to be in a role one day, Sam, where you're going to be dealing with senior people." Looked me square in the eyes and said, "Everyone's shit stinks." And I recall that to this very, very day, and I live and breathe by that one as well. Mine doesn't smell, but I'm different. I'm different. We'll get on with the second one here as well, mate. Again, sticking with the theme of generic nature. What has or was your dream job growing up as a kid?
The first time I started thinking about what I'm going to become one day, somehow engineering stuck in my mind.
Yeah, I do recall you telling me this years ago as well.
Yeah. So engineering turned out to be electronics engineering, and that evolved.
Yeah.
But it's been engineering since I started thinking about it.
We'll crack on with this one, and let me just chuck some further sauce on here as well. Question on this one, this could get a bit D&M. What's been the most profound change that you've seen, witnessed, experienced across the world over the past 2 decades?
Must be climate change.
Yeah.
Or the impact that it's having. It's starting to show the discussions about that over the last almost a decade now.
Yeah. Has it been too late? Is the question on everyone's lips there as well, mate?
I don't think it's too late. Mm-hmm. But we're probably close to that point.
Yeah. How do you think Australia fare on the scale of is it too late or not?
Environmental point of view, I don't think you can isolate any one country. It's a global problem.
Yeah.
And what they do elsewhere in the world will have an effect on us. So the solution is a global one.
Yeah.
And what we're doing in Australia is not going to affect necessarily right away what happens in Australia.
Yeah, of course, mate. No, fair call, fair comment as well, mate. We're gonna jump into the fourth one here as well. Question for you, mate. Company you're working for at the moment, Scitec. Whilst you're eating that and you're digesting simultaneously, can you give us a bit of an insight as to what Scitec does, has been doing, and company trajectory?
Scitec is a distributor, sales, support service for Trimble products.
Yep.
It's a global brand, each one individually owned. Our Scitec here in Brisbane, or shall I say the east of Australia, it's a bit unique globally in that we have our own product development group.
Yep.
We don't just sell existing Trimble products, we develop our own as well. Mm-hmm. Most of them involves a little bit of integration with existing Trimble products. We have a software development team, we develop hardware, and we integrate that.
And how's the environment going so far for you?
It's interesting.
Yep.
It's about mining, quarrying, construction, civil engineering. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting environment. Having said that, in the backdrop of climate change, there's
Absolutely,
a few challenges there.
Yeah, you can't avoid that one.
Work challenges, I think it's the same as for every software company. Too much to do, not enough time, a lot of commitments, and you've got to balance all of that.
Very cool, very cool. You continue eating that one. How you going with that one?
It's good. I just want some milk before we continue.
I got him on that one. You ready? Go for it, mate. So, what's next for you guys? What are the challenges, apart from the challenges that you just mentioned, that you guys are going to be facing? How are you going to interpret them and deliver on them?
In my role, it's about marketing, sales, product development, understanding what the customers want, align it with the business, and lay out the roadmap to implement that.
Yeah.
So that's a continuous thing.
Have you got the right infrastructure? Not from a infra ops perspective, but have you got the right infra in there to complete and execute that?
Yes.
Yeah. Good strong answer there, mate.
Team.
No, good to hear. Good to hear. Have you got any further questions for me on the back of that one?
What do you think of the chili?
I think the chicken's great. Yeah, I'm used to it. I don't mind the array of sauces. Like I said, we could probably do with spicing it a bit more for someone like you. That last one does get to you, doesn't it? Definitely. Look, thank you guys for viewing once again, and we look forward to seeing you on the next instalment of JDP's Question, Wings and Things. Thank you.
Sam, you okay?